On paper, a 6-month loan works perfectly for a fix and flip, right? You just watched HGTV, they rehabbed the project in 30 days, they sold it in 45, made $80,000 in profit, and have already moved on to their next one, right? So why would you need any more time than 6 months? We know in the real world that timelines aren't always in our control as investors, and that even though it seemed like these HGTV flippers can get through projects in short order, there's also the magic of editing that we have to factor in and know that time is an enemy of hard money loans, right? Interest rates are high. The longer the loan is out, the more interest carry there is, the lower the profitability for the investor, right? So you need to understand, as an investor developer executing a strategy, where all the landmines are that could potentially delay your project, and you need to know them so well. And you also need to have a little bit of luck too, because I've seen projects where borrowers were held up by, the tree commission, even though they weren't taking down a tree, and it held them up for 3 months, 4 months, and that alone destroyed their timeline and could potentially destroy a 6-month loan situation with a lender and really put you in a tough spot. So we know that anything can happen when it comes to timelines. Permitting take longer, you name it. Real life happens. And as an investor, you need to plan for the worst and hope for the best. Going into a 6-month loan is, to me, quite the opposite. I see these 6-month loan terms from time to time coming from local or smaller regional hard money or private money lenders. I don't see a lot of the traditional private lender, hard money lenders, the national lenders offering the 6-month loan term so much anymore, because they understand that it's really a trap for borrowers. As lenders, at least in our experience here, we know that the average fix and flip loan is going to be out 10 months. So I think any lender going in and offering a 6-month loan to an inexperienced investor is putting this investor in a position where they know they're going to have to extend the loan, or there's a very high likelihood that they will. And if they pay the loan back within 6 months, then the lender just gets to relend that same dollar now twice in 1 year, earning twice the fees, or the lender gets to extend the loan and oftentimes will charge a point or 2 points for a 3 or 6 month extension, thereby giving you a full 12-month loan at what would be much higher points or origination fees, let's say closing costs, than if you just took a 12-month loan in the beginning. And so the reality is these 6-month loan terms work out really, really well for the lender because it gives them a chance to lend their money twice. And sure, they're giving you, the investor, a lower rate, potentially lower points, whatever they're giving you, they're offering for that shorter term to entice you to get into that term, knowing that 6 months is probably not going to be enough and that they're going to end up making more profit in the end. So as an investor, it can work out, especially in situations where you're doing a cosmetic fix and flip, or you're buying a property off market and want to put it right back on. You don't need to pay for a full 12-month loan, and therefore you shouldn't, right? Because you could look at it as, even if my days on market were 3 times the average of the market, and I sell it in that much time, it's still within 6 months, and you can, as an investor, justify taking a short-term loan, and it makes sense. I've also had situations where borrowers are just doing a septic repair or something that allows it to be marketable to a broader buyer pool, and that change alone increases the value, and they just want to put it right back on the market. Those situations are one-offs, but typically on an average fix and flip, you're going to want to be careful with a 6-month loan term, because at least in my experience, the average flipper, not my pros, but the average, are going to be out about 9 or 10 months in their hard money loan. And it's important that, again, you as an investor take a conservative approach, consider all possible situations that could delay your project. Those would be the situations where I think it would make the most sense to get into a 6-month loan and take advantage of whatever discount or cost savings there are with that shorter time frame. A short loan term isn't the problem. An unrealistic timeline is. As an investor, you need to structure your financing based on how deals actually go, not how you hope they go. And that's a big difference in how you approach your pro forma, how you approach your financing, because you want to make sure that your lender is aligned and that the loan term matches the timeline conservatively that you need to execute the strategy. Here at ABL, I offer 12-month loans. We don't even do 6-month loans, and I would be happy to structure your loan. If you have any questions regarding hard money loan terms, or you're looking for a loan for 12 months to fix and flip a property or to build a new house, don't be shy. Reach out. You can DM me. Of course, if you have any questions, you can leave it in the comments. I usually respond quickly, and I thank you for watching, and I appreciate all the likes and the subscribes as well.